When I left Hamburg in 2014, my job, my flat, threw all my life into our oldie Land Rover. I actually had one very clear mission. I was going to travel north to Southern Africa. And I wasn't planning to come back until I found something I'd been searching for my whole life. I wanted to understand how to feel truly alive. Not for 2 weeks a year, not only when something exciting happened, but in everyday life. On an ordinary Tuesday. And even more importantly, I wanted to know why I only felt deeply connected to life when I was on holiday, by the sea, or did something extreme. Like jumping out of a plane, diving with white sharks, go really fast on my motorcycle. But why couldn't I sustain that feeling and was instead constantly chasing the next thing? Like I was watching my own life. On trips, or even longer living on the African continent, I always found immediately, touching foot on African soil, exactly what I was looking for. Adventure, freedom, the unknown. Border crossings that made no sense. Roads that disappeared into the horizon. Breakdowns in places I couldn't pronounce. Nights under stars, so bright they didn't feel real. But I also found something I wasn't looking for at all. A different way of being alive. A non-extreme one. An everyday one. People who reminded me of things I'd forgotten. That joy doesn't need a reason. That presence isn't a practice. It's what happens when you stop running. When you shut down your thoughts for a while. That community isn't something you schedule. It's something you become part of. I had zero idea from how I grew up that all of that existed. Quitting my whole life as it was and sticking to my mission. I learn and grow every single day. Here, things go different than thought constantly. But solutions always appear. Always. In 20 years between worlds, I yet have not been left alone one single time. That's not luck. That's humanity. And when you experience that enough times, something shifts. You stop gripping so tight. You start trusting that all will be okay. Not because you planned for it, because it always is. The moments I remember most from all these years, not all the highlights, not all the sunsets, not all the Instagram shots. It's the uncomfortable ones. It is being refused and sent back at a border after heavy days on the road. It is getting seriously sick in the middle of nowhere. It is losing my dogs in a way that still hurts to talk about. But here's what I remember most. I was never alone. Again and again, people showed up. Strangers helping me when they didn't have to. people sharing food when they barely had enough themselves, treating me like family before they even knew my name. And somewhere in all of that, I found what I'd come to Africa looking for. In the places, but mainly in the people. Maybe that's why Afrimind came up. It stands for embodied freedom. Not freedom as an idea. Not freedom as a destination. Freedom as something you actually feel. In your body, in how you breathe, how you think. Constantly run by thoughts or breaks of silence. In whether you can sit still for 5 minutes without reaching for your phone. West African drum and dance gives me that. Surfing gives me that. Awareness and present practice gives me that. Showing up somewhere I don't speak the language and figuring it out gives me that. Most of us aren't stuck because life is hard. We are stuck because we've made comfort the goal. And comfort is fine until it starts making decisions for you. Until it becomes the reason you don't go. Don't ask. Don't try. Don't change. Maybe you know that feeling. That life is moving. Days become weeks. Weeks become years. And somewhere along the way, you've become comfortable. But not fully alive. I know that feeling. It's the reason I left. And after years on the road, thousands of conversations, adventures, hardships, and lessons, I realized something. Feeling alive isn't a luxury. It's a human need. And that's exactly why I created Afrimind. To create experiences that reconnect us to ourselves, to each other, and to life itself. People often ask me, how do I do what you do? And the answer isn't the van, or the travel, or even Africa. It's the feeling of being alive. The feeling of freedom. The feeling that life is happening now, not someday. That's why I created the Free Your Soul retreats. To help them experience something they may have forgotten. Themselves. For a long time, I thought feeling alive was something I had to go looking for. Somewhere out there, on the road, beyond the horizon. But what Africa taught me is that aliveness isn't a place, it's a practice. In your breath, in movement, in presence. In remembering to fully arrive where you already are. The real challenge was never finding it. The real challenge was not losing it again. When was the last time you truly felt alive? Let me know in the comments. And if you're curious about freedom, adventure, and a different way of living, subscribe.